What's up, guys? Readiness Reviews here with you again. We are doing a US Military Ration review today. We have here a HALAL Meal Individual. The HALAL MRE is specifically designed to meet the dietary requirements of US soldiers who are Muslim and have specific dietary restrictions due to their religion. It's packaged in a bag very similar to that of a regular US MRE, however it is the clear bag. To my knowledge, all of these are packed by SOPACO. There's the American Halal Foundation certified halal crest on there. There's another little halal marking on the side there. We have a date code on this one. That is the 62nd day of 2016. Now, the halal ration has a far shorter shelf life than a standard US MRE does. A regular MRE has an inspection date 3 years post the date it was packed. The halal ration has a 2-year shelf life, so 24 months. Now, of course, we're in 2021, so this ration is kind of old at this point. I'm expecting quite a few items in here to not be in the best condition, but I guess we won't know until we get in there. Let's go ahead and cut this open and see what we have inside. I'll be opening that today with my Automat Kalashnikov 74 by Boker. We'll cut a little incision in the bottom here. Slide all that out. The halal rations are pretty interesting in general. They have quite a few items in them that you can only find in the halal menus. First off, we have a traditional snack mix. 120 calories. The packaging on this is a very thin foil packaging. That does have a printed Best Buy date on there, February 23rd, 2017. So that's 4 years ago at this point. We have a package of oatmeal cookies, 120 calories on that as well. And that's a 1 ounce pack. Same Best Buy date on that. An elongated accessory package, a flameless ration heater, a small package of sweet and salty peanuts, 150 calories. Ooh, that sounds good. Halal chocolate mocha pudding, 260 calories, and man, does it have a lot of stuff in there. Check out those carbohydrates, 55 grams of carbs and 26 grams of sugar in only 4.5 ounces. Can't wait to try that out. A lemon lime flavored no fruit juice beverage base powder. That's my favorite beverage base powder. And another little snack mix. They're calling this one Energizer Trail mix, and that's 140 calories. Lastly, we have our main halal Jalfrezi with lamb, vegetable stew flavored with lamb. That is 300 calories, 22 grams of carbs, and it is an 8 ounce main, just like any standard MRE would be. Let's take a look at this accessory pack. So in that, we have an MRE spoon, a pack of Lighthouse TP, a double pack of sugar, a Fresh Nap moist towelette, a plain white package of matches with white tips, a very minuscule little thin napkin, and a pack of salt and a pack of pepper. Let's get this all plated up and start checking some things out. There wasn't enough compartments on the tray for all the little snack packs in here. Let's get right into looking at the retort for the main. This feels like it has a lot of liquid in it. I don't really see a date code on this that would make sense, so I'm not sure when the exact packing date of the main was. I think we will use our FRH this go around. The only thing in this meal that seems like it needs to be heated is this main, so it'll be going in solo. I think we'll slide that back in the main box. And fingers crossed that starts working for us. Let's take a look at this chocolate mocha pudding. It's a pretty thin little retort pouch that came in. It has a side tear on it. Rip that open. Oh, that looks a little weird. Smells good though. Smells like a snack pack, basically. Well, it's just kind of sliding out there. That ended up being a fairly decent portion size for a dessert. Let's get our drink going too. These lemon lime drinks really are the best. Just look at the powder. Slightly yellowish green color. 12 ounces of water. And I'll give that a quick stir. It's a little bit chunky. It's looking pretty good, but that might need just one more stir before drinking. The FRH does appear to be working. Let's open up a couple of these little snack packages. We'll start with a traditional snack mix. Well, it looks okay. Let's smell it. Oh no. Oh no. That is terribly rancid smelling. Dang, that sucks. I wanted to eat on this. I'll still be trying it out, but this is not going to be good to eat. I can tell you right now. It just smells of rancid oils. I don't really get why they opt for this style of packaging for the halal meal. I know it's sort of a specialty case item and they don't really make that many of them, but it seems to me that it wouldn't be that difficult to just put it in the regular packaging that you would have for your normal MRE. And if you did that, all of these dried items like this would still be in perfect shape after 5 years, no problem. Man, that smells awful. We'll take a look at the Energizer Trail mix next. Looks like we have nuts and raisins and M&Ms in this one, so maybe this one's all right. Yeah, that smells fine. I think that's gonna be good. Then we'll go ahead and look at our sweet and salty peanuts. It just looks like some roasted peanuts coated in some sort of dried mixture. Those smell perfect. Try to scooch those in next to the energy mix. And our last little package is the oatmeal cookies. They're sort of broken up in there. Those actually smell okay. As far as the nose, it looks like 3 of the 4 small packages are gonna be okay. And I hate to do it, but I think we're gonna start with our traditional snack mix. We'll try whatever this is, some kind of breadstick looking item. Oh no. Oh, that is horrendous. I need one more of those just so I can explain what is going on with the taste of that. Oh, gross. Absolutely disgusting. All right, so initially, when it hit my mouth, the first thing that stood out was that rancid oil taste, but it was very subdued. When I bit into it, I actually thought that that little breadstick was gonna be okay. But as soon as the flavor from it started coming out, it just coated my mouth in this disgustingly rancid grossness. Absolutely terrible. I guess I'll try a pretzel. That was better than the breadstick. They're not stale, because they're nice and crunchy still. Whatever oils are in these is just rancid. That pretzel's more palatable, but still not good. I have a couple pretzel sticks. Give those a taste. Yeah, it just can't get past that rancid oil taste that's going on with these. They're definitely toast. Speaking of toast, let's try this little piece of toast. That's the best one so far. There's a lot of salt on that. Those are pretty much edible. As bad as everything else is, these little brown toast pieces are fairly decent. And we'll try one of the little white toast rounds. You can actually see the flavoring these are coated with. It just tastes salty to me down the hatch. And that was truly disgusting. Those are heavily flavored of that rancid oil taste. I guess the last thing to try in this would be these little Chex cereal type pieces. Those aren't too bad until you swallow it, and then it's disgusting. Gross. The traditional snack mix definitely didn't hold up, but it's really not meant to, especially in that kind of packaging. All things considered, it's still edible. It didn't cause any numbness in my mouth or anything like that, so it might not taste that good, but it can still feed you in a pinch. Let's get a sip of our lemon lime drink. Oh yeah, that's good. Just the right mix of citrus flavors, not overly sweet. Let's try a few sweet and salty peanuts. Get a nice little portion of those. You can see the crystals on there. It looks to be a mix of salt and sugar, as the name would suggest. Those are 100%. They're roasted, which I appreciate. Both sweet and salty, but not much else going on. I think most people could probably imagine what these taste like, and it's not bad. Energy mix time. Get a couple of the little M&Ms or pan-coated discs. A few of these very dried up raisins. They look like they've been in a desert. And a couple peanuts from that batch. Let's look at it up close. Give that a taste. With as overly dry as these raisins look, they actually taste pretty good. They're a lot better than a regular pack of osmotic raisins. They don't have that weird motor oil thing going on. Let's go ahead and try one of those little M&M pieces by itself. Not bad. That chocolate tastes a little bit off. You can definitely tell it's got some age on it, but it's not too bad. I think mixing these two together is the way to go. Add a little bit of that sugar and salt to the whole mix. Let's try a big handful of that all in one go. Oh yeah, the salt really pumps that up. Much better combined like that. It's feeling like this FRH has done the job. Let's check the temperature right fast. Between about 100 and 120 on the side without the heating pad. And of course that heating pad's gonna be really hot, up to about 160. I definitely could have let this go longer and it would have continued heating, but I'm really hungry, so I'm ready to get into it. This will be my first time having lamb in an MRE dish. Look at that oil separation going on though. Has sort of a oil slick deal. Put that on the tray here. Well, it looks a little sloppy, that's for sure. And it smells distinctly of MRE tomatoes. Let's get in close on this and see what we're actually working with. So we have some green peas in there. There's a piece of red bell pepper, it looks like. Carrots, onions, a piece of green bean. That looks like a chunk of potato. There's also some kind of bean in here. That appears to be a red bean. And we do have a little bit of lamb meat in here. There's a little chunk of lamb there. Here's the largest chunk, sort of in the middle. It's like a whole piece of roast lamb. Looks a little dry, good thing it's in all this sauce. Overall, there's not very much meat in this though. It's mostly sauce more than anything. Let's go in for a spoonful. We'll get a piece of lamb in there, try to get as much vegetables as possible. Here's a look at it on the spoon. It doesn't look bad. Let's give that a taste. Well, it definitely tastes of lamb. It has that very distinct lamb flavor. The meat was dry but tender. This is a bite of just vegetables and sauce. Let's give that a taste. It has a mild flavor to it. I was expecting it to be a little bit more heavily spiced, but it's not. The predominant flavor is the tomato base of the sauce. The lamb flavor does come through in the sauce. That's going to be from rendered lamb fat, which I'm sure is what a lot of this oil slick on the top is. The vegetables have basically turned to mush, so they just kind of disappear when you eat them. Jalfrezi, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be a spicy dish, but I'm not picking up on any heat with this. Let's check out this larger piece of meat by itself. Oh yeah, that's dry. Dry, but pretty tasty. I'm a big lamb fan, so I like that. Lamb is one of those polarizing type meats though. A lot of people just don't get down with the flavor of it because it is very distinctive, but I quite enjoy it. This is certainly a change up from a regular MRE. I mean, it has some of those same kind of tropes, meat and vegetables and sauce, but the addition of that lamb makes it a bit more interesting. The sodium on this is good, so it doesn't need salt, but you can't go wrong with some black pepper. I would love to crunch up some of the snack mix in it, but this stuff would just ruin the main, so no reason to do that. Check out that spoon with black pepper on it. That little bit of extra black pepper does help it out slightly. Not bad. It's certainly not as exciting as I was hoping for, but there's not anything wrong with it. I'm ready to try out this chocolate mocha pudding. It's a very gelatinous consistency. You could like pile this up and make a little mountain out of it if you wanted to. Get a nice big spoonful of that. There's an up close look at it. It just looks like a Jello pudding. Let's give that a taste. It has like some sugar crystals in it. I wasn't expecting that. It's extremely thick. It coats the inside of your mouth. Flavor-wise, it's like a mild chocolate pudding with just the tiniest hint of a mocha afternote. It's good though. It's not delicious, but I like it. It's just so thick and creamy, it gives it a very rich consistency. Last thing to try out is going to be one of our oatmeal cookies. Give that one a snap. They're a bit crumbly. This is a good look at the inside. You really can't go wrong with oatmeal cookies, I guess. Even though these have that same thin packaging, these seem to have held up perfectly. Crunchy, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sweetness. All in all, a pretty good little cookie. I think this cookie would be really good if iced with some of that pudding. Oh yeah, heck yeah. That's the way to do it. Those two are absolutely meant for each other. The little bit of moisture that the pudding adds takes away from the dryness of the cookie. The flavors complement each other very well. And the crunchiness of the cookie kind of prevents the creaminess of the pudding from being overwhelming, which it was just a little bit before. That is really good. I think that's how I'll finish this up. Just dipping the cookies in the pudding and enjoy. Let's check out this Fresh Nap. Don't know if I've ever used this particular brand before. This one has a detergent smell. It's the same sort of thin paper type that you normally get. It's still nice and wet. It smells a little better than the normal moist towelette, and it gets the job done just as well. No complaints from me. All right, guys, well, that was the review. Halal Meal Individual, Jalfrezi with lamb from 2016. And even though this is well past its expiration date of 2 years, everything was in great shape except for the snack mix. So I must say I'm pretty satisfied. This was definitely a big one I wanted to knock off my list. I've been wanting to try a halal MRE for quite a while. They do have very interesting mains and some of the other components you can't find anywhere else but in the halal meals. So it was cool to finally get to try one. If you liked this video, hit that thumbs up. That really helps me out with Google. Let me know what you thought about this meal down in the comments. If you know someone else that you think might enjoy this video, please share it, because that is the best way to help the channel grow. And if you want to see more ration reviews like this in the future, hit that subscribe button because I will have more content incoming. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I truly appreciate each and every viewer out there, and I will catch you in the next video. See you then. Peace.